up, guys? Welcome back to Deanie's Den. It's your girl Deanie. How you doing?
Do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my channel.
Today I want to talk to you guys about a conversation. I had a conversation with my cousin, and we were basically talking about generational curses, therapy, and just a lot of things. Well, one of the things I want to talk about is the fact that my cousin was telling me some things, and she was just saying how in order for her to grow and be the person she's becoming and to be this new person she's evolving into, you know, of course you all have to deal with your past or your current issues in order to elevate to the next level. And you can't create a new you with the same hells. You can't create a new you with the same devils. You can't be in a new space with the old energy. It just doesn't work that way. We were talking, and that to me was something that stood out throughout the conversation. There was a lot of things, but I want to have her on to talk about some of the things we talked about. But that in particular was something that kind of hit me because it was just like, I feel myself evolving. I talked to you guys a lot about my growth and my change, more so when it comes to dating. But interpersonal wise, I feel like I'm elevating into a different me. If that's a good version of me, I don't know. I'm still getting there. If it's going to be a better version of me, fingers crossed, I would hope so. You know what I'm saying? All this work. And it's not. That's not what I want. It got me to thinking, like, we started talking about children, and I'm single, no kids. She has a boyfriend, and they see a future with each other. So, of course, initially her journey to grow and to sprout into something new and to evolve is with her partner. It's with herself, but as well as with her partner. And we were like, you know, when we have kids, I say it all the time, my child's not going to be allowed to have candy and sugars, and they're not going to be allowed to eat at certain fast food restaurants. And honestly, as an adult, now that I'm turning 30, ouch. No, I'm joking. I'm happy to be turning 30. And I think that's where this evolving is coming from. The new age coming. I'm on the cusp of it. Like, God willing, I'm gonna make it to February and I'm gonna make it to see 30. Like, yes. We were talking about kids and how, like I just said, my kids aren't going to be allowed to do certain things that I did as a child. Is it me not surfacing, but is it me putting my child in a bubble? Hell yeah, I'm putting my child in a bubble, okay? I said it before, I joke with people, or at least they think I'm joking, but I'm so serious. My child's gonna live in a bubble, okay? A-B-U-B-B-L-E, all right? The big clear one. You can see him, her, they can see you. You know what I'm saying? You could touch the bubble, the top part. But like legit, I want my child to, in a sense, be sheltered from the world, but understand the world we live in. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my child to not be aware of their skin and what the, you know, the power of their melanin. I don't want that to be something they aren't aware of or don't understand. And the generational curses that we feel are upon us, and we want to break those. And somehow our growth levels in the stream we want to go are the same as women. We're both over 25. We're both you know, just trying to progress and evolve. And just, I'm gonna say that word evolve because you always want to, every so often you want to peel a new layer of yourself off you didn't even know existed. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to stay stagnant. You don't want to be complacent. You don't want to be the same all the time through every stage and year of your life. No. If you haven't changed, if you don't feel like you're evolving, if you don't feel like growth is upon you,
You need to start switching it up, baby girl. You need to start doing something. Like, you really need to, like, let's get into it.
my future children be on a schedule. And I say this in the hopes of me being able to do it. I do understand when you have children, it's a whole nother thing. I know it's a whole new world. And if I so happen to not have a co-parent with me through that journey, that's definitely a bigger struggle. But as far as the idea I have of myself and where I want my family to go in the future, my rules are bedtimes are a certain thing. You can't eat certain things. You cannot participate in certain activities. And it's not to limit my child's growth or their imagination or their creation, but it's also to help mold the type of human being I want to be, a legacy of mine. I can't make you, as you get older, be someone you're not, but I can help mold you in the way I feel is correct for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to take you out of sports because I'm not a fan of concussions. No, if you want to play sports and you're an active child, we'll do sports 110. I'm there every practice. Team mom, what's up? I'm there. If you want to be a bookworm and you just want a library of books, I was one of those. I read books for fun. That was my thing. I would read the dictionary for fun. Like, that was my thing. So in order for you to be whoever you want to be in life, I'm willing to guide you and put you in a position to where you can grow, but I'm also going to withhold you from certain things that I feel can damper and tamper with your impurity. Like, a lot of things I look at, I have a background in childcare. I work around high schoolers daily. I listen to these kids talk about watching porn. You know, some of the young boys who are cool with me, they'll come up and talk to me, and one of them in particular was just like, man, I gotta stop having sex with these girls in this school because they get it, the word is getting around and like everybody want me. And I was just like, you having sex? Like, and that's not what I said, because I don't know if I can say those words, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to put yourself in a position where that could be heard the wrong way by someone. But it was just like, you're doing what? You don't need to be doing anything but in the books, sweetheart. Like, I was well almost on my way out of high school before I even tried it, before I even thought about it. First of all, I was turning 18 when the idea of sex crossed my mind. Not experimenting, no one had ever touched me, no one had ever kissed me there, no one had ever, nothing, okay? You didn't see it, you didn't feel it, you didn't smell it. As far as you knew, it existed, but that's it. Like, there was no conjunction of any of the organs to connecting, and no, okay? I was worried about these books, honey. I was worried about this life. I didn't get and do the things I wanted to do leaving high school, but sex was not one. That wasn't something I was interested in. Getting off topic. But what I'm saying is, I'm working with around these teenagers, and I'm just like, what is going on? Why are y'all exposing yourselves to that? There was a 10th grader pregnant, and I'm not, look, if that's your life story, that's your life story, baby. God planned it for you and solely you, okay? That's a journey you gotta take on. I'm not judging nobody, but as far as what I want for my children, I don't want my child to get pregnant in 10th grade. You're 15, 16 years old. Like, you don't know what the world got going for you. And that's one thing I don't want to shelter my child. And I guess when people hear me say shelter or my child's gonna live in a bubble, like, at the age of 7, I want my child to know toys. I want my child to know outside. I want them to understand playing with friends and making friends and not just being stuck up because you got electronics and because your hair is this way and because you got this on. Like, I don't want your focus to be on materialistic things. No, go outside, go play, go ride your bike. You want to go skating? Let's go skating. You want to go bowling? Let's go bowling. Like, I just want my child to be a child for as long as they can. Then when we get to the teen years, all right, we can talk about sex. We can get a little disclosure situation going on. We could talk about some intimate things. Your body's changing. But I feel like kids these days don't get a chance to grow up young. They don't get a chance to grow up as children. And that's not a part of my generational curse, because I played with Barbies till I was like 12, 13 years old. I'm not even gonna hold you. I was still going to Toys R Us before they closed it down, buying Barbies, okay? That was me. I got to live my childhood. I got to do backflips and cartwheels. I got to hula hoop. I got to double dutch. Never turned out to be good at it, but I could do that. I could do that. I walk outside and the most I see kids do is ride a bike, but like, ain't nowhere for them to ride a bike. You know what I'm saying? Like, parks aren't being made equivalent to the needs of the kids. It's being made for like the aesthetic look. Like, at 8, first of all, kids at 3 and 5 have cell phones. Cell phones. Are you kidding me? Well, look, I was born in 1990. We didn't have the luxury of cell phones. We still had dial-up, okay? So I get it. I get the world is different, but I do not want my future children to grow up in a world where all they know is social media, where all they know is likes, where all they know is appearances matter, where all they know is this, that, and the third. They don't know how to be kids. They don't know how to be interpersonal. They don't know how to be a child. I'm a little smart out my mouth. I give me that. I will give my kids that. But that's something I want to heal and work on before I have my children, so I can know how to communicate to them, so I know how to talk to them. That's a part of a generational curse as well. The way you talk to your children. Growing up, no, my mother didn't curse me out. Have you lost your mind? I think the most my mother ever said was, "You wench," and heifer. Now, if my mother cursed me out to her friends or family, it never got back to me. My mother didn't curse me out. She didn't tell me shut the fuck up. She didn't tell me I wish you would sit your ass down. She didn't say, God, you get on my nerves. Like, are you kidding me? I cannot tolerate, I hate hearing people curse their kids out. I hate hearing people curse each other out. But sometimes you do gotta let somebody know what's up. But that's not my first resort. My first resort is to talk to you like a decent human being. Because if you talk to me that way, I'm going to feel some type of way. So I feel like a strong generational curse in my family is how we deal with situations. No one ever apologizes. We are the type of family who would buy a gift or give you money, and that's sorry. I don't want that. I want to be able to communicate and talk. That's something I've worked very hard on. I used to be a very quiet and shy person because I felt like I could not voice my opinion, but just because I felt like I was invalid. Like my feelings and emotions were invalid and it did not matter. And that's not to say my mother made me feel that way or my father made me feel that way, but family members made me feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just something that happens in families, and the thing is, it's normalized. You're a child, stay in a child's place. You don't get an opinion. You don't get a vote. When I have kids, I want my child to understand how you feel. Your opinion matters. So that's something I've worked hard on for myself, to be able to communicate now. You know what I'm saying? It's all about how you react and how you respond to find your words and how you are able to convey your emotions and your feels. That's a generational curse I hope I broke, because I'm able to express my feelings very mature-like, very adult-like. And I want my future children to be that way. But I don't want people around who curse their kids out, because you're gonna curse my kid out. I know this for a fact. No. But no, like seriously. I don't want my child around people who I see treat their children a certain way. And that's just an example of some of the things I'm dwelling with. So that's kind of a little update, a little life update. Like I said, I want to get my cousin on and we're going to talk more in depth. She wants to get a little bit more insight on certain things of her life so that she can talk and devout information. So that's that. I just want to start a conversation. Do you realize some of the generational curses amongst your family and the things you want to change and do? Mine right now is a very strong, I want to have kids. I want to be a mother. I want to be a mother soon. I don't know how that's going to work because I'm pretty single, pretty dateless. So that's that. But when that time comes, I pray it comes. I just know that like I'm dealing with my shit right now, okay? I am putting things in place and my spiritual welfare is being secured. Like I'm breaking the gaps. Like I watched this lady's video on YouTube, and you know, of course I believe in things get passed down from generation to generation, but I had no idea the depths that it can go. And she started to say, you know, the women carry the burdens and this and the that's, and it's passed on to their daughters, and their daughters are the ones harboring those emotions. And have you ever caught yourself just feeling upset and mad or angry or sad, and you're not understanding why, and then you feel like you're battling something? You're actually battling your ancestors' demons and the things they've gone through that were not settled in their spirits, that's been passed on to you. And when I tell you that hit my soul, okay? That hit my soul, because I am a Pisces, water sign. We're seemingly emotional and all you've heard is true. But it's just like, I have had many of moments where I feel like recently I felt like I'm battling something, and nothing in my immediate world is wrong. Nothing in my immediate life is wrong, but I just felt so off. I felt so off. And I watched that video and I honestly wasn't even looking for what she was talking about. I was just looking for uplifting conversations and uplifting words on YouTube, and I just stumbled across the video and I said, well, let me see what she's talking about. And when she said that, I said, oh baby, you better read, okay? Like deep down into me. I'm gonna get so much more deeper into this subject. Like I'm excited because this is something that, like I said, is deeply interesting to me. If you guys want to hear more about this topic, if you guys have something to add to this conversation, please leave me a comment down below. Please like this video, comment, subscribe. Let's break these generational curses. Because my next one is going to be that financial bond. Baby, somebody has snapped my life into two because I can't get that right. I just can't get it right. And I want to be able to. And it's like I'm battling doing the right thing. And not. But yeah, that's all for the video. Thank you guys for watching.